Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Nerdverse Odyssey, episode 23. I'm your host, Mr. I got back from Korea and decided not to do the podcast for another week, Mr. Nico. Hello, everybody. Next, we have... oh, hold on. I gotta work myself into this. The chubbily masculine, yet oddly feminine, less rapey version of Dr. Disrespect, Mr. Hunter. How you doing? With your truck stop pencil mustache and mullet. I'm just gonna say it looks like your second job is beating your wife.
No, that's the only job I don't have. But I will say the mullet is so much better now because I finally got a haircut on top and everything else. Like, look at this thing flow. It's gorgeous.
It's turning into iDubbbz right before our eyes.
And also, for the one person who will watch the YouTube video of this stream, his mustache is a month old. So is mine. And there's the difference. But I do have a question for you guys.
All right, let's hear it.
Why did he bring a ladder to the Tournament of Power? He heard the fights were going to be on another level.
Okay, well, that was trash. I got one. Rico heard this one, but nobody else could probably hear me in the that shitty video we did a couple weeks ago. So what does a robot do on a one-night stand?
Oh,
he nuts and bolts. Hey.
So maybe we should introduce everybody else that's here, other than the two rapey brothers.
So... Why does that have to be the nickname we go with? Can I opt for a different one?
Go ahead, yeah, please.
You can come up with it. I'm just gonna veto stamp that one.
All right, and because he wanted to jump the line, he must be super excited to talk to us. The one, the only eager beaver, Mr. Glenn. How you doing?
Every beaver I have is eager. I'm doing great. Yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm glad to be back.
Very glad you are back in this train wreck. Below him, we have the...
You want me to do what?
Below him, we have the one and only, the father figure to us all, Mr. Rico. How you doing, Mr. Technical Difficulties?
Dad.
Yeah, hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. Oh, my God. I feel like the dad, like if it was Webster or one of those shows where you just adopt some kids, or maybe they were just left at my doorstep, and I was like, okay, I'll take care of them. Some benefits there. I'm doing great. I'm hanging in there, drinking water. So
nice. And last, but certainly not least, the newest edition, possibly for just tonight, or if he wants to come on any other time, he's more than welcome to. We have a creature from Dragon Quest, Mr. Slime. I apologize, I don't remember your full streamer name, so you're gonna get to plug yourself as well. But Mr. Slime, how you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having me on.
I invited him. He's my friend.
Oh.
That's it.
That's it.
I wanted the whole introduction of SlimeaDime. I want the theme music and everything.
So
I do have a theme song.
You have a theme song?
Hey, it's catchy. I'm not gonna lie. It's catchy.
You could add it in post. That require you to do something.
You know for a fact I will never add it in post. Fuck off.
Yeah. Hey, Jamie, add that to post. Jamie.
Jamie
art.
Yeah, we'll get Jamie.
He has waifus. He has all the things that every little Twitch streamer would ever want. A king among men, or slimes for that matter.
It's not me. There's actually a king slime.
Oh, these are king slime?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, like, what sort of Twitch casting do you do?
By casting, you mean like...
He's not talking about the couch kind. He's asking, what do you stream? What's your business?
Oh, gotcha.
Pardon me,
okay.
I'm an old man. I don't get
yeah, this boomer doesn't understand the whole Twitch
I didn't want to say it before because he kept calling me a V streamer. I was like, I don't know if I should correct him until the podcast comes up because that's more content.
Ooh, call him out. Call him out right now. Pull no punches.
So
Oh.
Slime, let me give you the rundown of the character traits of all of us, because we're all tropes.
For sure.
We have Glenn, who is the all-knowing. He's the smart one, but he says a lot, so we give him shit for that. In the in my middle is Hunter. He's the resident asshole. I'm the idiot, and Rico's kind of like the father figure who controls the chaos. He's the one who makes sure he rallies us together and makes us more coherent than less.
And post a lot of Justin Timberlake memes.
Lots of Justin Timberlake memes.
Mostly just to
I
piss
do
off
love
Hunter.
memes.
Piss me off. I just know they're coming.
The last one was Denzel. He was like, oh.
I
It
know.
was
I was
Denzel,
it was
very
Denzel.
surprised. You're growing as a person. It's nice.
So yeah, Slime, what do you do on Twitch?
I mostly stream like RPG games, some action games, party games. We've been doing a lot of survival crafting games lately. Glenn actually, I think he met me, or he saw me on was it a 7 Days to Die stream? That was the first one, right?
That was the very first one I showed up on, was the 7 Days to Die
Yeah.
stream, and you didn't know how to use power tech, and I offered my sage advice, being the all-knowing sort of sagey sort of guy that I am, and you got better, so much better. It was like watching a bird fly,
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
I most exclusively use power strikes in 7 Days to Die now with the knives.
I haven't played 7 Days to Die since it first came out, like originally.
Oh man, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I'll go back one day.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and-
think it was like 2012.
Yeah, and now that it's has the experimental 1.0 with the full release 1.0 happening, in like 2 weeks?
On the 25th, I think.
Yep, 25th. Oh yeah, 2 weeks to the day.
Yeah.
There's hopefully some kinks that are getting ironed out and other stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, like in terms of the meta for that particular game, what do you think has changed from the last alpha to now? Slime.
I've actually only been playing it for maybe 3 weeks, so I haven't played it in a couple years. So
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know when the last alpha was out.
So the last alpha is what you were playing whenever you're doing the stream, and have you done any of 1.0 yet or no?
No, I haven't touched the 1.0 yet.
Oh, okay. So they took away the hobo fit, and they introduced the stylish priest uniform that everybody's going to be wearing because it has bonus damage to zombies, and it's basically they have armor sets now. And
Cool.
I think one of them's nerd, and it's an engineering student's wet dream in terms of a homemade mech suit or something akin to that. Yeah, but it's not. It's bare bones, or should I say bare pipes? But it's just the way it is.
7 Days to Die jokes.
Yeah, and but yeah. Okay, well then we'll just over that one. Whoa,
It's okay. We got him on the show. You can calm down. He's here now.
He's here. Oh my God, he's here. I'm such a fan. No, but okay.
So off of Elf.
Right, it's Christmas. Oh my God, I know him. No, so regarding games for streaming, what makes a good game for streaming? Like you said, you did a lot of survival horror. What in particular would you say scratches the itch of Twitch audience?
So the best way I can describe streaming with an audience is soft masochism, because your chat likes to torture the streamer. So any game that the chat can interact with you, do stuff in your game, seems to be pretty popular.
Okay.
So anything with audience participation is definitely a plus.
Definitely, yeah.
And so, I mean, would you say that things that have like storyline versus no storyline would be more beneficial, or things that are like procedurally generated, or a hard cut, level set, like let's say Portal or something like that, would do better?
I mean, it all depends on like the streamer, like different podcasts cater to different people. I feel like it's mainly the streamer's personality that shines through and attracts people, because you could be playing Farming Simulator and people would still join you if they like your personality. Like I saw some guy playing blindfolded Mario Party, and he was having chat like tell him like when it was his turn.
That's awesome.
quite a gimmick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, but I mean that's probably the one of the larger draws is said gimmick, and probably also the reason why Minecraft is so huge is because there's a huge fan base for the game, therefore a huge fan base for Minecraft streamers. So yeah, I mean that makes good sense. Um, in terms of like I guess drawing an audience, what tools did you use in order to accumulate the following that you have now?
Most of it's luck. But it's a lot of advertising, going on social media, going to Reddit. I tried Facebook, but there's a lot of older audience there. But it's mostly like putting yourself out there, putting your content out there, going to like different um websites to post your videos, streaming. They say TikToks are what are good too. I haven't tried TikTok yet, but it's just putting yourself out there mostly and being consistent, somewhat consistent.
So consistency, what kind of like time sync is that? Like what does your schedule look like for something like that?
I tend to do Monday through, well, I used to be Monday through Thursday, but now it's Monday through Wednesday, and then Friday because I have, or no, I used to do Monday through Wednesday and then Friday, but now I do Monday through Thursday and I have Fridays off because I have D&D sessions that I DM.
Okay. Now, let me ask: do you do streaming exclusively, or do you have I don't know if you don't mind saying, or do you have a job outside of streaming?
I do have a job outside of streaming.
Okay.
I'm not that well off on audience yet.
Well, we're
Is that the
totally
reason-
gonna help. We'll send you at least 14 Russian bots.
Perfect.
Oh, nice. I haven't gotten any of the Russian bots yet. Mostly the ones that are like, oh, we can send you bots to give you viewer counts.
Well, at least you don't have anybody coming in your sliding your DMs going, listen, we see that you're lacking some people. If you just take this medicine, you'll get a bigger penis and more fans.
Oh, that's for my emails.
Oh, you get the like emails like that for real?
I still get emails like that, yeah.
Wow.
That's beautiful. Are any of them at least kind of convincing?
No, not at all.
All right.
Like
So
for a second,
we're-
he thinks about it, like,
So regarding how you chose your particular your character in stream, why the slime? Does it represent some sort of like soul beast that resides inside your heart, or is it just because you thought it looked cool?
He played a shit ton of Dragon Warrior as a kid.
I mean, I did play a lot of Dragon Quest as a kid. But I chose my character first when I had watched that time I was reincarnated as a slime. And it just kind of stuck.
And you want to talk about some of the recurring characters that you have typically on your streams? People like Bert and Red or Beast.
Yeah. So some of my regulars are well, Glenn's a new regular. I have Red Beast. His official title is the Lewd Maid Red Beast. I have a purple slime named Raviel Ravenswood, a green tea slime who is known as Gruntled Seraph. Let's see here. I have Andros the Grim, who's a Grim Reaper, and Bert is a partner Staravia, who kind of just joined my party.
It's a Pokemon, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So being a regular as of late, what kind of slime do you think I would be?
Ooh.
Feel free to chime in, guys, because I'm sure you have ideas. Nico has that devilish grin. He's like,
Listen, I'm just saying it's not a slime you want to meet in a back alley on a Friday night in front of Chili's. You know what I mean?
I would pick the bear.
I could see you as a blue slime.
a blue slime. Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. Maybe with a kick-ass wizard hat or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
To
With
keep it
smoke coming
PC
out.
instead of a bear. You know.
I mean, if you're a slime, you can turn into a bear.
I guess so. Yeah. So my name that I've acquired on Twitch is G-Chan because of my unfortunate arrangement of my initials and my last name. So, I mean, it kind
Are
of
you
fits.
the new modern day Chris Chan?
No,
Oh no.
no.
The title everyone wants.
He has the shirt though. We've confirmed it.
Just because
Oh
a man
no.
wears striped polos and happens to be a 350-pound gorilla does not necessarily mean that I'm going to try to boink my grandma. I'm just going to say,
Note how he left the door open in that statement.
Yeah, I know, right?
Didn't say he wouldn't.
what?
You did what to what, Grandma?
He didn't say he wouldn't.
No, I would not. Would
Oh,
not.
okay.
Absolutely
Yeah,
would not.
you had to, I feel like there was social
Again.
pressure behind you having to say it, though. It doesn't count.
Yeah, right. Just keep on digging that hole, baby.
Yeah, this is where we're at. Now we're.
Oh,
And
we
this is
haven't
the
reached
kind
the
of
bottom yet.
quality content you'll find on the Nerdverse Odyssey podcast every week.
Well,
Lord.
That's
Most
hey, that's the title.
Most weeks.
Oh Lord. Oh, it's. I think at one point during the stream, I was talking about. I think Rico actually heard the story about the folks that were using unconventional instruments over at the cafe in front of the Sabisa over at Texas A&M, and I will not repeat that story here. But feel free to catch it on Slime's on Slime's Twitch stream in order to hear the creative ways that a young enterprising music student from Texas A&M, go Aggies,
Oh no.
used mayonnaise as an instrument.
Oh
Yeah, that's-
I remember that.
that painted a vivid word
sounds
picture in my mind.
Dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I got it written down. I think somebody at one point said it's nice when you slap it twice. I don't know what they mean, but
And then spit on that thing?
yeah.
Ooh, here's the car. We went this way, and then we just served hard right.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, we
Just slide
we
into the
share
curb.
momentum.
Yep. All right. Well,
I do have a question.
Oh,
Go
Yeah,
for it.
so I'm not familiar really at all with the VTuber just area as a whole. I watch very few streamers and content other than just like YouTube videos. So is it like a kayfabe type of personality? Like if you're on camera, you are always in that personality. Does it change? Do you go from one character to the next? How does all that work?
Oh, it depends on the person. I started out as like a character, but then, as I got more comfortable streaming, it just kind of just became me. That's usually how it goes with streamers. Like they have like a lore setup, like somebody's the Grim Reaper and they're here to reap souls, but then they just turn out to be a big old teddy bear eventually. I think they start out as a character just to like ease themselves into streaming, and then their real personality comes out.
Okay, that makes it just a character to hide behind. That makes a ton of sense. Okay.
Persona theory. It's the fact that depending on where you're at or who you're interacting with, you wear a different face depending on what situation. Dirty jokes about mayonnaise in front of your grandmother, but god damn it, if you're among your peers, you will.
I will never make that joke in front of my peers.
Interesting. So here's something kind of fun. We're doing a technical difficulty hour part 2.
Oh no.
Rico's
did he
laptop
freeze?
just crashed. Yeah, he just crashed.
Oh.
But when he
Oh.
crashed, my computer like locked up.
Uh-oh.
Are we
Are
even
we-
recording
Oh
still?
no, yeah, we're
Oh,
still
no.
recording. It's just
Oh, good.
I don't know if like when that connection dropped, it just fucked with it because like everything froze for like a good
Rico.
like second and a half. Oh, nice. There you go.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
Rico is very stoic, so
He-
it's all right.
It's a great picture to get stuck on. So since Glenn decided to
This
change
is like
up the
this is like
format,
Speed.
Yeah, I thought he was just like being stoic, just like, like listening in. Okay, there he
And
goes.
now he's
Yeah.
Okay, no. So we usually
Poor
do
guy.
how the podcast is usually laid out when it's not a shit show as it is right now. We usually start with introductions, rip on each other, then we go into
Yeah,
weeks,
yeah.
and then we start grilling our guests into all their lives and habits. So
I'm so sorry.
no,
I
that's
didn't
fine.
mean to
Oh,
mess
I'm
up.
only going to call you out on it now live on air.
And next time too.
And next time,
That's
too. Yeah,
fair.
yeah, I'm gonna hold that grudge at least another week. But so
Fair enough.
we'll start with you, Mr. Slime. How was your week? Usually, what'd you do? Did you play any games? Consume any nerd shit? Stuff like that.
Lately, I've been watching a lot of the on YouTube, just like in the background while I'm like working over my work. I've been watching a lot of coverage over the Acolyte, stuff about the Suicide Squad kill the Justice League, that whole situation. Just keeping in up to date with the VTuber scene, streamer scene. Watching a few videos on the Dr. Disrespect stuff, just keeping up with the stuff. But other than that, work. I've been no-lifing Minecraft.
Nice.
Glenn saw it. He saw me start like this one giant orb thing that I'm trying to encapsulate my house in. I tried to make the IO Tower in Tron.
Nice.
You must consult the orb.
Just since
Another
you
hand
mentioned
touches a beacon.
Minecraft,
Mhm.
real quick anecdote. So my son is 7, and the way we're trying to encourage him to read is, hey, you spend 10 minutes reading a book, you can play Minecraft for 30 minutes because he absolutely loves the game. And so he only just recently started doing this over the last month or so. And like I got on there and I had to just put it in creative mode, show him how to go into God mode to fly around everywhere,
Oh.
get whatever he wants moved into his stash, just so he can play around because he doesn't really play any video games. One of his friends really loves Minecraft, so now it's his favorite thing in the world too. And I had really just kind of let him do his own thing unless he was asking me for help because I didn't want to like overtake the whole process of like playing the game and enjoying it. So just go explore, do your thing. And he asked me for help the other day. He's like, "Hey, how do I get this door on my house?" I'm like, "What do you mean your house?" Expecting him to maybe like have a couple cubes and he's done. No, the dude flew across the world, found an island, dug like 6 stories down, gave himself a
Oh,
bedroom in there with like sponges to soak up the water that comes through. He gave himself just dents throughout the room so he could put lights in there so it wouldn't crowd out the rest of the space, a bed, everything else. And then up top, he built a house with like 8 or 9 different walls. There's a giant axolotl fish tank in the middle of it that has
Oh,
structure
nice.
below and above with like glass all around it. And he has a full roof. He had lights all over every side. He had built steps to go to the house, and he was trying to get the door to fit, and he couldn't figure out why. It was just like a weird spacing issue.
I got you, son. I can fix this. Holy shit.
Yeah, effectively what it was. I was like, dude, what happened here? You can't play like Wild Rift on my phone. Like he plays like Candy Crush level games because that's what he has like the hand-eye coordination for. And he just built a whole ass island home for himself. It was awesome.
So construction's in his future, it sounds like.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Engineering.
He's gonna be the next Ted Mosby.
I mean,
Or
you can learn how to program in Minecraft too.
Oh
That's
yeah, dude,
true.
Redstone programming's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I showed
become
him,
a master builder like Lego.
dude, those guys are awesome. I love their short form content. I just want to work with them all day. That looks like the best job.
It really does. Like, yeah, I would totally do that. So, regarding, there was one thing I was going to ask you. Regarding like stuff coming up for you, I know that DVS Prankster was going to set up the the new Minecraft server for Pokemon 2. What other games do you expect to see in your future?
Ooh, Black Myth Wukong.
Ooh, that does look good.
Yeah. I love Soulsborne games, if you couldn't tell from the the poster they have on there. So like I'm playing Elden Ring right now, trying to get into the DLC.
Oh, you haven't gotten into the DLC yet?
Not yet. I
Oh,
had other games I want to finish.
okay.
So, and it's been a while since I've played Elden Ring. So I want to, replay through it, get up to the DLC.
Fair. What level
completely
is your
fresh.
character at?
Right now I think like 30 something.
Oh, you okay? You're
Like
just
completely
at it.
fresh. Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, you got a little while to go then.
Oh, I know the like the speed running methods. I'm gonna
Okay.
speed run the leveling areas.
Dude, they're not kidding when they say you need to be at least 150 when you get in. Like I would argue maybe 200, which should be the minimum, because it is like right off the gate. It is fucking go.
Nice.
Have you seen Abiotic Factor? That looks really promising.
I've heard of it.
I've played it,
but I've never
really
played it.
fucking good.
Is it? Okay, I'll check it out.
What would be the best way to describe it? Take Half-Life and mix it with
Like Half-Life 1.
yeah, like OG Half-Life 1. You're the scientist and you're playing like it's a survival craft. What are some survival crafting games that would suit this?
I mean,
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Well, no, I would say things like what is that? The forest. The forest would definitely be one.
Yes,
Oh, the forest.
yeah.
Okay,
So like
yeah.
you gotta make sure like your scientist goes to the bathroom and eats, but while you're doing this, you can actually level up your character and stuff, and you're like crafting things to fight off against like military and aliens. It's super fun.
There's
it's super
day-night
fun.
cycles
cool.
that allow you to pull power off of the grid. Certain areas that have like certain resources available to you, stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty good.
The Sims RTS.
Yeah, sure.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
I'm disappointed in you right now. Sims. The Sims.
The Sims RTS edition. I mean, it's
That game
basically
hasn't
what you
been relevant
described.
since 2004.
Yeah, neither has Roller Coaster Tycoon, but you better believe I still play number 2.
Oh, dude, I was playing the first one a month or two ago because it's just
You
so
look
damn
like you
fun.
play number 2.
All the time, man.
Right across his
Two
chin. Yes, I said chin. God, I am an idiot.
Yeah, yeah, you are.
Okay, well,
I appreciate how no one else said anything until you caught up to the moment, though. That was nice.
all right, Slime. So, what else did you do in your week? And once you're done, you can pass it off to one of us idiots.
Yeah.
I think that was mostly I have had like a few computer issues that I've had to try to solve. I guess my computers have just been overheating lately, and it turns out it was just a thermal paste issue.
Oh, yeah, that'll get you.
Yeah. Because I switched over to one of those height computers, so I have like 2 other cases just sitting in my room with like my old components and stuff. But yeah, switching over to this new one, it really heats up because like the video card is like right up against the side.
Oh, okay.
said
Are you
height
liquid cooling it?
I'm using an all-in-one that has liquid in it. Yeah.
You said Height. Is that the company that did the tower?
Yeah. They do like custom towers. They have a lot of like VTuber model towers.
Okay.
What does that mean?
So
I'm assuming
basically-
it's a tower that is specially made for streaming.
See, I thought
Not-
that, or maybe it has the characters on it.
yeah, there you go.
Somebody
It
had
has the
the idiot
character
to
on
ask
it.
the
Yeah.
question.
So, let's go over the weeks, and then we can. I'll give you guys a deep dive into the VTuber rabbit hole.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go next? I guess.
Give it to someone.
Yeah, you just
Throw it
Uh,
in your hands.
That's the
Okay, go,
torch.
Glenn.
No. Anyways,
not Glenn. He always takes forever. No.
I don't take forever. I'll take like 5 minutes. So, anyways, As probably previously mentioned, 7 Days to Die. Stupid excited about that. I've been playing the crap out of that, along with Abiotic Factor, also previously mentioned. And I finished up the Remembrance of Earth's Past series, which Three Body Problem book series. The ending was kind of. It felt like it made logical sense, but it didn't feel good. But I mean, nobody can be Michael End's never-ending story with
Okay,
like the best.
here's the thing:
ever.
when you say that, have you read through the Dark Tower series?
I'm halfway through it. I recently finished Wizarding Glass.
When you hit the get to the last book and you read the coda, we need to talk about that because I got some things to say about that ending.
Oh man. So yeah, it was good. I mean, it made logical sense, and I don't know if I'm going to read the fourth book, which was kind of like a fan fiction book made by someone, and it could also be due to the fact that it was made by a Chinese sci-fi author, and the story structure in Chinese science fiction doesn't necessarily match, with a lot of the ways that triumphant American science fiction works. Where the hero gets the girl and everybody lives happily ever after. No.
When you say Chinese sci-fi, like science fiction set in China or made by someone who's Chinese?
Both actually.
Yes.
Okay.
So the Three Body Problem.
But I'm an hour into the audiobook, so don't you spoil anything.
I won't. I will not. The author is Shishun Liu, and he wrote this book series called Remembrance of Earth's Past. It's Three Body Problem, The Dark Forest, and Death's End. And so I just finished Death's End on using Audible driving back. What? Oh, okay.
You're good.
Yeah.
I was trying to see exactly how far in, so I was like, an hour seems like it's too early.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out, and then started playing the audiobook instead.
But in terms of writing style, like I thoroughly appreciate his writing style. Just, I mean, it's hard to do an ending. It really is, especially whenever you have so much investment. And in terms of characters, like there is no central character, but each book felt like it was on and then around a particular character, and because it doesn't focus on them doesn't necessarily mean that they are going anywhere, because people come, people go. It's kind of, it's intended more, I think, as a history from the perspective of one of the participants of the history, but all in all, like it's good, and I don't want to spoil it for Hunter. Otherwise, I almost said something that would have ruined it for you, and I apologize for accidentally doing it, but it didn't. So
I've been trying to read this book or listen to it for like almost 3 weeks now, and I keep picking up for like an hour or so at a time, and it's basically Chinese fascism meets Fahrenheit 451. But like I can't get
the
invested
first part of
into it.
Right. So you're probably on like the first half of the first book then.
Yeah, I think I'm on like chapter 6 or 8, somewhere in there.
Keep going.
It's very slow though. It's
the
so hard to
sci-fi
keep up
is
with.
there. I promise you, because of the fact that because of the groundwork that they're laying down now, it will keep the sci-fi grounded in reality, such that you you are able to invest this sci-fi as a possible future whenever it comes down to it. So
yeah, all right.
Gambate kudasai. So, but yeah, so I finished that. I had a meeting with Mr. James Alston yesterday, my co-author, for the Spirit book, and I dropped on him a massive resource that's going to be really helpful towards the essentially Axis Mundi Part 2 for you World of Darkness fans, in order to more clearly define the methods and means for the use of spirits in making fetishes and gifts and stuff like that. Fetishes in the way of magical thingy that I put spirit into, not what Hunter does.
I put my spirit into it.
Not feet, right? Although, I mean, a foot could be, I guess, but that's neither here nor there. Also, let's see what else. What else, gentlemen? Lord, that's loud. Sorry about the.
We forgive
they're,
you.
they're watching the Luckiest Millionaire, the Happiest Millionaire. My fault. One of the lost gems of the conservative Disney era. Um, so, anyways, watching some of the news that we've seen recently. Pretty excited to see the Double Dragon revive. Have y'all seen that?
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer.
No.
What?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
no, I'm not gonna lie. As a huge Double Dragon and beat 'em up fan in general, it twitched.
Just the teeny little
Yeah,
jump
yeah.
there, right?
I gotta. It's the most activity it's had in years.
I imagine. I mean, wait.
More than it deserves.
This is my first time hearing about the reboot, revival, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, so
Are you talking movie or the
No,
or the
okay,
game?
so
game.
they're doing a
Let me-
game.
hold
It's
on. Hold
Arc
on,
System Work. No, shut the fuck up, Brian.
bastard.
Arc System Works is
stole
doing
my thunder.
the development, and it looks.
Okay.
Honestly, it looks like it's on. Graphically, it's on par with King of Fighters 16.
Ooh.
Like
Also, you just
it
cut
looks
him
very
off and it
similar
said
to
weak.
like I think 16 was the last one that came out. Like 16 and the new Mark of the Wolves. Like it looks really really nice. It looks like like it's fluid too. Like it's got a nice fluidity to the combat.
Yeah, and it's set to release in 2025 on PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam, of course. And
I'll definitely have to
but
play that on stream.
there is no Xbox One or Nintendo Switch version that is currently.
I have reason to believe
predicted.
that it's going to be on the Switch too, because I think they're going to be dropping some news about that around Christmas
yeah.
time. Because I want to say they want to start selling them in March. I think they
Yeah,
said towards the end of
sounds
first quarter, beginning of second quarter, they want to start selling them.
Yeah,
That's
and,
the rumors anyway.
Yeah, and then also just today, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutants Unleashed dropped a new trailer, and super excited about that. That's going to be released on
4-player
October
co-op.
18th.
4-player
Yes.
couch co-op. Now you only have to find 4
Couch
friends.
co-op.
Get 4-player couch co-op.
You don't need 4 friends in that scenario. Try again.
Yeah, true.
Shut up. I'm gonna live
Anyways.
with this
Yep.
ignorance. You need 4
Oh, no.
friends.
But yeah, I know. But yeah, it's going to be featuring the Mutant Mayhem movie voice cast, all new storyline for PCs and consoles, and you can customize each turtle through gameplay with a unique skill tree, exploring New York City and meet many beloved characters.
It's a roguelike it's a roguelike with
What?
that plays like Diablo, right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And totally got dibs on Leonardo because
I want Mikey anyway.
That's fine. I'm a Raph
we go.
player.
I know you are.
Mikey.
you, and he will be the last of us.
I gave him the fist
I always
bump.
knew Mikey was the
Spoiler
best.
alerts.
What?
Spoiler alert.
I
What,
mean,
has
what, the
everybody
robot
everybody
Mikey?
here's has read The Last Ronin, right?
I don't
I
think.
have not actually.
Nope.
Oh.
No, I keep wanting to read it, and then I just forget to buy the book because I don't want to like download read a digital copy of it because everybody says it's so amazing. Like I want to see it in person.
They sell it
but
at
then I
Target.
just
You can get
forget.
20% off with an extra 5 if you have
all right.
a red card.
Then I will
Please,
buy it
please.
this weekend.
That is your homework. We will talk about it next week.
All right,
'cause
I'll go pick it up too.
I, have
I
to
like
go pick
turtles.
that up now.
I like turtles.
So, also, let's see what else we have here. Oh yeah. So, odd thing happened yesterday when I was over at GameStop. It turns out that GameStop corporate is making all GameStops call their pre-order customers who have put in money for games and have never picked them up yet, and tell them that they are no longer on pre-order, and this might be predicated by the fact that the UK GameStop, essentially, has abandoned physical pre-orders for their games.
I thought I heard that was fake.
not. As
They
far as
no
I've seen.
game came out and said something about that. I remember reading that like a day or two ago. Unless this
Well-
is something entirely different.
Well, this is something that I experienced personally over at GameStop, and whenever talking to them about that, they were like, "Oh yeah, Game over in the UK is doing it too," and so I was like, "Oh wow, that's pretty crazy."
That doesn't make any. All right, well, I'll wait to see because I got 2 things pre-ordered, so I'll have to see what happens there. But
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
news to me.
Yeah, and so physical ownership of games may be coming to a short end as major retailers like GameStop are recalling those orders. That is that was pretty big hit for me because I was like, whoa, because I mean, like maybe because of the fact that I mean, culturally nowadays it's not so much like pre-order night isn't such a huge thing because if you really want it, you don't want to have to stand with a bunch of other sweaty neck bearded dudes to try to get your latest copy of whatever.
Okay, you didn't stand in line to pick up Tears of the Kingdom then, because there was some nutty musk in the air that night.
Oh no.
That's
Straight
not.
hazelnuts,
I don't appreciate the
motherfucker.
word choices you used there.
He talking
Nutty
about balls
musk.
sweat. So, but yeah,
Sweet juice.
Is that cashew I taste? No, but yeah. So that is to be said. See what's going to happen with that. And
But
speaking of,
to be honest, like anyone who pre-orders a game is an idiot these days, though.
Yeah, well,
Like,
okay,
it
so
doesn't make sense why you would pre-order it. You can buy it digitally, literally the second it comes out, if not a week before, and download it 48 hours before it releases, and then on official release, it just gets enabled. You're good to play it. Who the hell wants to pay $70 for a game, especially in the AAA game economy that we have now, where whatever you get at the time it releases, 80% of the time is a pile of shit because you're effectively the beta for their market to see, is this game worth us continuing to invest and make updates on it to make it playable? What's the point in pre-ordering it when you're not going to know until 2 or 3 days later if it's even worth playing?
So the reason why I'll jump on this, there are.
I got something I want to say about that too. Go ahead
Okay.
though.
So I have a Switch, and that has dick for storage space, and 2 games that are coming out that I want to pick up are Gundam Breakers 4, and what was the other one I?
Here's a 4.
Oh yeah, dude, 4 looks fucking great. It was that, and I pre-ordered something else that's coming out fairly soon. But like 2 they're like rather large games. Like I want to say Gundam Breaker is like 8 to 12 gigs. So I don't have that much space to spare, so I'd rather get it physical than
No,
get
you
it digital.
do have
And that's
that
one of the
much
ones that
space
I'm
to
not going to be
spare.
able to go to like Target or Walmart and pick up because they're not going to carry it. And
Well,
Amazon's
first,
been
you-
shit for pre-orders anyway, because you'll get it and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we'll send it to you 4 weeks after it comes out."
Well, it's not a pre-order at that point.
Exactly.
But also, you do have the space. You're just a physical and digital hoarder and refuse to delete games you haven't played in 6 months.
Yes, so.
You have
And
the
your
space. You don't want to utilize it.
is
That it's still available to you. You can still digitally download it, not have to pre-order a physical copy.
listen, KOTOR
Point
will
to
stay
Hunter.
on my fucking Switch for the inevitable future until I feel like I'm going to play it. So fuck off.
So in about a year and a half.
Nah, actually, it's Pillars of Eternity. I got the physical copy of KOTOR.
what did you have to say about that, Slime?
So I feel like people get the terms pre-order and pre-purchase confused so often because pre-purchasing is paying for the entire game, like you said, like right then and there. Pre-ordering is if you want a physical copy, you put down like $5, which you're going to be putting down, towards the game anyways when you get it. And sometimes, like back when you pre-ordered at like GameStop and stuff, they'll give you like, a freebie kind
Yeah.
of thing,
Yeah,
like
like a
a
little
physical
bonus.
freebie kind of thing. Yeah.
I mean, that's why I pre-ordered Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, is because you got a kick-ass, banner that
You got a
had
banner?
Oh, we
I
didn't
got
get
a banner.
banners. Although we did
Man.
get the for Tears of the Kingdom, we got these like nice little wooden planks that were really cool. They had like the hand logo on them, which is I got it
Oh.
hanging right next to the Master Sword over there.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean that's a apt point is that the physical goods that come along with the bonus that you don't typically get any other time. Like hell, what is it? There's some very expensive merchandise that what came out for various games and other stuff that on the aftermarket just like are stupid expensive. Like
Oh, yeah.
there's something that I want with all my heart, and it's the Pokemon Hanafuda card set, and they had them on Club Nintendo for like $26, or they had it for like $26 at one time. They stopped printing it back in 2014, and now it's on eBay for like $3 or $4 grand. Where people
Yeah,
are
sounds
also
about right.
selling individual Hanafuda Pokemon cards for like $100 a pop.
Oh my god!
And there's also an even rarer one. I'm sorry, the Pokemon one you can just buy from Nintendo, but the which by the way originally was a Hanafuda card printing company. That was what they did originally. But the sorry, that music. Something that came from Club Nintendo was actually a Pokemon Mario set. So I have the Mario set that has all the Mario characters, and then there's a Pokemon Mario set where Pikachu is wearing the Mario hat because, as a crossover. And that one is like stupid rare and hard to get because of the fact that you can only get it through the promotional thing for Club Nintendo, which has now dead.
Yeah.
I have a T-shirt. I have a Club Nintendo T-shirt from
Nice.
Club Nintendo, so I have that at least. It's a little small for me now that I've bulked out and become fucking huge. But the otherwise, it still remains a point of pride for me. So, anyways, yeah, that was that.
Yeah, who are you throwing it off to?
Oh, me? Oh, wait, that's right. I had the reins. Rico, I think it is your time to shine now that you're here.
Oh,
How was your week? Good sir.
well. Let me get my composure real quick. Let me get some water.
Hydrate or
Drink it to
dihydrate.
the mic. If you're not going to talk, you might as well make it
like
ASMR.
throw it right up to the mic and then start drinking. Oh
I'll
yeah,
hit the
there we
goal.
go. That's hot. Ooh.
Perfect.
Sensational.
You made it a little saucy at the end.
Hey. You pay me extra for that. Oh, no.
And
now
the
that we got the
exclusive
band-
audio only clips will be on OnlyFans here later tonight.
Nope, Feet Finder.
Feed finder.
Only dads.
oh my god.
Better than Oli grandmas?
Hey now,
okay.
you
Ooh,
watch
ooh.
yourself.
Hey, they got to cash that retirement check. Might as well give them something to spend it on.
I like Slime's emo thing.
Stop it,
What
you're
did I
scaring
get
him.
myself into? So where do you stand on grannyfeetfinder.com there, Slime?
No.
You like
Do you like them big and floppy or thin and bony?
No.
You like spider bane? You like spider veins?
Slime's got a minimum for content creators he pays monthly. Guaranteed.
I was
You
always
like a
a
little
fan
bit-
of the club leg. The club leg always gets me.
There's this one Callus streamer. She's named Tap Dance Sally, and she has corns on her feet that she makes music with. It's quite beautiful.
Oh.
On
There's
that
no-
note,
No.
I'll go into my week.
No.
yeah. Segue out of this.
No.
Segue us out of
No.
here. See,
No, no,
we
no.
were originally
No,
going this way.
still
We had just flipped the car
Bring
and
us
we're
back onto the
burning.
curve.
No, I'm kind of into it. I want to see this video. Like, I have a very morbid curiosity. I gotta know.
I'm sickened, but curious.
Yeah, kinda. I'm not even
my
sick
God.
of. I
And,
reserve
and
that
this is
judgment
when
for
Hunter
after.
becomes a jury main.
Who says I haven't always been one? I just don't show it on.
What's
this
wrong with being a
particular-
jury main?
What the fuck is a jury man?
I'll do you one better. Who is Jerry Main?
Okay,
Where is
Jerry's one of the.
Jerry?
She's one of the characters in the newer Street Fighter games.
Yeah.
She's a Korean, like almost like a hip hop, like dancer is like her fighting style. But she never wears shoes, and I'm pretty sure like in canon she never bathes her feet either. And for some reason, like dudes with foot fetishes are like all over that. I'm like,
Capcom knew what they were doing.
oh yeah, no, Capcom went very horny in the past couple years.
I mean, no, not in the past couple of years, bro. Cammy's been around for a minute, and then thighs. Not to mention
Yeah, but no, here's the
Chun-Li,
thing.
them thighs,
Like,
and Blanca.
the
always been
2020s
thighs.
hit and the horny was dialed up to 12 because everybody gets thicker as each year goes by.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about genetics and muscular builds.
They never aged up Sakura,
no
right? From Turbo.
No, I don't think
So-
they ever aged her up.
No.
Yeah, see, so there you go. There's one character that didn't get
Yeah.
Capcomed.
Yeah, but she hasn't been around since 4, and 4 was like right after
Yeah.
4 is when the horny started.
Mm-hmm.
Rico, save us. What happened to your week, Rico?
Save us from Lady D.
Most of it right now is as far as my week. Driving lessons, teaching my son how to drive and stuff. So that's kind of pretty funny
You poor man.
on that part. Oh no,
poor
it's
man.
actually it's just trying to get him used to it. I mean, me when I went to do driving, I was in high school. One of our coaches was our driving instructor, and that dude would just lay back, recline his seat back and be like, "Okay, go ahead and drive." And we're like, "What the heck?" But I thought that that was the way to learn how to drive. So that's been interesting on that part. Most of that has been family adventures. This past weekend, for the 4th, what we do? We went out to eat. I took the kids to go play some pool. So that was fun, and then just basically chilled. Just watch what you call it? Watch Shark Week this week. I don't know if you guys have been catching that. It's on Max, or if you have Discovery, you can do that one. So it's always awesome to see that there's things out there that can kill you, and you wouldn't know they're there.
Yeah.
And even though I love to swim, at the same time, it just shows that, hey, I'm not going in that water that deep.
Nope.
Especially when you have genetic hammerheads that they have, or if you guys didn't know, there's a hammerhead called a giant hammerhead.
Yep.
Which did not
That
know
was
they
like
had.
a thing back
All I
in
knew was
college.
yeah.
I already
check
don't
this-
want to swim. You don't have to convince me anymore.
Other than that, I kind of paused on anime since Nico went to Korea, but I've been watching American Gods. Anybody else been watching that one?
Negatory.
Nah.
Old.
the book.
Previously,
The
and
book
with
is great. I've read the comics. I started watching the show, but I really couldn't get into it. It was hard. Like, the characters in my head didn't match the characters in the show.
Right.
Good Omens was another one that took a minute to get used to.
I think Good Omens
Oh.
would have been easier though because of the 2 main characters.
Yeah, that really helped.
Yeah.
It really
Right.
did. Yeah, that was great casting. And, like, even with the...
Wait,
what was it?
what's his nuts from Deadwood is in American Gods, right?
Yeah, Ian McShane.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never read the book, but the minute they said, "Hey, this is Neil Gaiman," and I already got one of his graphic novels from what he did for, I think it was it 1602 he did for Marvel? I can't remember.
That sounds
Have you-
correct.
You've read Sandman, right?
Sandman, no, but I watched the Netflix special or the Netflix
Okay.
series.
That
They
that
confirmed
actually was
season 2.
really well done regarding like casting and scene taking, like shot for shot, very well done with respect to that. A lot of good stuff with that show.
I don't know with American Gods though. At least again, I guess I'm in a good spot because I didn't read the book. So I'm not saying that I feel how Glenn is as far as there's a little bit of a bias where you read the book, you have an idea of what it is for the imagination, and when you see the show, it's different. So, I mean, for what I can tell from the show, I feel like it's great. The only character I kind of detest was Emily Browning's character, and that's nothing against her. It's just the fact that she was a wife who cheated, and then she's brought back, and then she's like, "Hey, we can be together again, and come sit down here, puppy. That was the other thing I hated was she would call the main character, Shadow Moon, puppy, and that just kind of
That
hurt
was
me. Like
that was in the book though. I mean, that was.
I know, but it's like it's just the way she does it, and that's a credit to her acting ability. That just
Yeah.
the whole puppy thing was like I felt bad for Shadow Moon. Like, dude, why are you letting her call you puppy? Like, I get the cute nicknames, but it's just like, nah, on that part. Plus, Dane Cook, he dies, so that's pretty fun. But
Nobody likes him anymore.
Mhm.
After that peanut butter sparkle thing wasn't true, we were kind of like, man, screw
Peanut
you.
butter.
oh, I thought it
sparkle
was
thing?
because he was dating young girls.
Tina?
Well, legal
Oh.
girls. But
Oh yeah,
younger.
that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but no,
So that-
he wasn't an underage diddler. He was just a.
No. It was
like
just the fact that I
he
think
was
she
just a
was
really
the
young
last girl.
college
Was,
diddler.
he's like 50 and she's like 20. So
Mhm.
So he
Please don't.
DiCaprio'd her.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Hold on. There's actually a formula for this. It's 1/2 plus 7, and it's not weird. So me being 39, right? Half of my age would be what? Let's see. That's 15 and 4.5, 19.5 plus 7. So for me, let's say like a 27-year-old dating me, if I were a single guy, wouldn't be strange. But if you go below that, it's weird. So for him being 50, it'd be 25 plus 7. He would have to date 32 to not make it weird. And it goes vice versa as well. Although whenever you get in middle age, it gets really weird, and you start looking at Tap Dance Sally.
I don't know if it's cool or weird that you've done the math.
No, this is an established
He's just trying to
formula.
figure out
No,
when he can
he's-
bang
yeah,
a grandma.
it's a thing.
That's all.
It's an established formula that has real application in the real world.
It's true. It got me to legitimately think about how much money I would need to allow Dane Cook, 50-year-old Dane Cook, to swing dong in my vicinity. And it's a lot of money.
So what you're saying is you have a price.
Yes. I'm
that
proud
point,
of
it's just
it.
negotiation.
Yeah.
Just
then
like
you-
his traps,
you would
he
love-
obviously has a price.
And then you would love American Gods then for all the nudity and the weird sex scenes that they have on that part.
Read it and watched it. Yeah.
Even though I
The
don't
scene where some chick like straight up eats a dude with her other mouth.
That's one of the first scenes in the show too. That was a
Yeah.
wild experience to let people birth their way into the series.
Dude, I'm sorry. Your dick tickler is just taking me out of this entire fucking conversation. You look like Fat Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, well, but here's the thing. Now I have a built-in pickup line. Hey, can I put my mustache on your mustache?
Oh. So let me know when your
You
wife
kiss your
files
wife
for
with that
divorce.
Absolutely. See? Glenn's, yeah. You both, Glenn, Nico, take note. He's going to go try it as soon as we get off this call. Nico is ready.
So what I would say about American Gods is I think the acting it's a little slow paced to get to where it's at. I think I left off on episode 7. Pablo Schreiber, I'm probably saying his last name wrong. He's the guy who played Master Chief in Halo, even though I haven't seen that yet. Despite his lackluster or his attitude towards that, I think him playing Mad Sweeney, the Leprechaun in American Gods, I think is funny. Like especially when he has his little tit for tat with Emily Brown, his character. Like him going like 1 + 1 equals you're a cunt, and it's like the way he has his little ribs towards people, it just comes out of nowhere. Like it just, but it's hilarious how he does it because I didn't expect it. Like hold on, so it's kind of funny with his character.
I didn't expect.
But it's great to see everybody else in
Rico
there.
to
I mean,
say
again,
cunt.
I know.
Like,
yeah,
you're
it was
usually the
a
one
wild
who's like,
moment.
pause. I didn't mean to swear there. Then you just
because
drop
if I worded it another way, it
wouldn't
wouldn't have the gravitas of it. If I can use that word on that one. As far as that Acolyte, anybody else been watching Acolyte?
No.
No.
I'll probably attempt to after I finish The Boys.
Pass.
Well, you're not missing
Can't
much.
be
I saw.
bad, man.
Without spoiling, I would just say episode 7 was, same thing, kind of lackluster. It's just the way the pacing is and how they have some of the characters and the way they react. Case in point, the first episode you have, I forgot her name, the lady who played Trinity, right? She gets taken out in the first episode.
Oh,
That's not a spoiler. It's been
Oh.
out there.
Yeah.
But when
Damn.
you see her later on in the episodes, it seemed like she's above everybody as far as being a master. And I'm like, okay, if you're above everybody being a master, how did this person take you out? And she's not even on the level of like a Darth Maul or anybody else like that. You know, the power structure wasn't there. I mean, I get you want to take that one person out, but without explaining, I think I said it in one of the filler episodes, like without explaining her power level, it's like, okay, you just took a master out without knowing what it is, and it was a flying dagger. It wasn't like it was some hidden trick move you did, other than the fact that you threw one dagger towards the bartender. So, um, last episode is coming out next week. I do not know how long it's going to be. People are hoping that it's an hour and a half because these episodes are between 30. I think average is 35 minutes. That's it.
It
Does
doesn't
it
sound like people
fluctuate?
want the episodes they have, let alone more of it.
No, it's just one of those things where the showrunner says that she wrote it only for it to be one season. So it's like a
One and done.
run and done, and that's it. If there's a
Mhm.
season 2, then we'll expand on that one. But when you look at the episodes, it's like they recorded a movie and decided, hey, we're gonna chop it up.
Okay.
So going back and forth, I think the one complaint with episode 7 is that they took footage from I think episode 3, but from a different camera angle, and then just put that in there. So like 10 or 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, it's just the same scenes you've seen in episode 3, but it's at a different camera angle. It's from somebody else's side.
It's a crazy clip show.
Well, it's supposed to be. They're saying that the way the showrunner is running it, it's kind of like it's an influence from a Japanese show. I mean, a movie called I think Hishuma. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's supposed to be a Japanese movie of samurai that has 3 characters showing their story in three different point of views.
That is
on it.
actually a classic Japanese storytelling literary device, yeah, I know the movie you're talking about. Basically, where it has like this samurai, this beggar, and this girl, and they're all telling a different story. I'm gonna look it up. I know exactly what movie you're talking about. But it's
So that's supposed to be the
classic
influence
Japanese cinema.
of the Acolyte.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's supposed
but
to be it.
in the Acolyte, do they actually add anything with the different camera views? Or is it just like literally the same shot?
To me, it's not the same shot. It's just the point of view is like if you like the Master Soul, like when he's might say creeping or spying. It's just if they're down here on the bottom, he's up here in the rafters. That's it. Like you're pretty much seeing the same scene. It's just the camera angles up here.
Okay.
That's it.
It's called Rashomon, and it was.
Oh, I was way off.
Yeah.
Oh, Rashomon. Okay.
Yeah, it was told from 3 different perspectives.
that
Samurai
Kurosawa?
leading. It was. Let me see here. I'll just take a look at IMDb here. It was written by Kurosawa,
Yep.
Akira Kurosawa. Yep. But it's told from the perspective of a samurai leading his wife to the city of Rashomon, a bandit who encountered them, and a woodcutter who encounters the incident. It's essentially told from the perspectives of the bandit, the bride, and the samurai's ghost, and a woodcutter. So yeah, fun stuff.
So
Yeah,
if you're a fan of
classic.
that, watch the Acolyte. Once you can binge it next week once the final episode comes out, and then you guys can give your opinion on it.
All right.
Right now,
See, I
it's
don't
not.
want to now that you said that because all I
Yeah.
can imagine is like the Battle of the Bastards superimposed against like the White Walkers' final battle, or like the fall of Daenerys's castle. I can't remember what it's named anymore. But like I just like I know how pissed I would be watching that and thinking like that's bullshit that you have this franchise and all that money that you can invest to create these amazing, beautiful scenes that people have wanted for so long, and that's what you chose to do with it. I would be so furious. There's no way I
100
want to watch it after hearing that.
So some other movies that use that particular storytelling method is No Country for Old Men. Yeah, and where you get different characters' perspective on the same overstory, which is kind of fun. Just as a little thing, Slime, I am the storytelling structure expert of the podcast, and that's what I like to focus on. I love stories and story structures and story elements. So, yeah, expect that.
Sure.
I would say for the accolade, the one thing I was like, I don't mind new stories. I think we talked about this at length. I mean, even though the books now are considered legends, and then after the movies is expanded universe is great. It's just I really feel like with the showrunner it was a hit or miss. I think you could have did some type of more of a investigative from the still do the whole hey you have three characters and their perspective. You could have did for Master Soul, but be more mysterious than what it was. I mean,
Hmm.
Well, and that's the whole draw of a Rashomon style of story is that initial concepts of the initial perspective told by the first storyteller is never what it is.
right.
Yeah,
And so that's I think that's the other point is them going from the present to the past to the present when it's like you should focus on something, and once you focus on one character you're automatically jumping to another character. So that's why other people were complaining about the whole quote unquote Sith lore with that one. But yeah, last episode comes out next week. Binge it. I might binge it again just to watch it in continuation so it doesn't feel like it's missing out on stuff. um Movie wise, I saw Monkey Man. Anybody else seen that one?
I'm like halfway through
Nope,
it.
haven't watched
Is
it
it
yet.
worth finishing?
Oh,
I think it is. I really like the action. I wish they would have did the ending a little bit different, but I mean that's my own perspective. I mean, I gave it a 9 out of 10.
ooh,
Okay.
okay.
I mean, it seemed fun, and maybe it's because I was watching it like in the middle of the day. But I remember pausing it to go make lunch, and then by the time I was done with that, and I sat back down to finish the movie, I was like, "Yeah, I don't care enough," and I just turned something else on instead, and never went back to it.
I mean, the way I viewed the movie was what I wrote. It was basically a man who has to overcome his grief and past before he gets himself killed. I mean, so it's like if it was like I don't know, poor man's Batman in a sense.
Okay.
It's like if something happened in your family and then you're trying to get revenge, but the way you're going at it is going to only get yourself killed and somebody else. And so he has to learn from certain things to get to the point where he can take out his revenge, whatever. Because you can see in the movie where he's in the streets, like using for example, he had somebody lift one of the bad guys' purse, and the amount of hands the purse changed hands until it finally got to him. It kind of reminded me of some of the episodes where when Bruce Wayne is pretending to be somebody, but he's using the same tactics on the streets to get information when he doesn't want to, go as Batman and stuff like that. But I really, again, Dave Patel, to give him credit, he did a lot. I think he did a lot of his stunts, if not the majority of them, especially with the fighting. Plus, I mean, for his physique, I mean, he got up there and got pretty ripped on that one. He's not bulking, but he can tell when he kicks and does his punches, you can tell he's been practicing and stuff like that. I mean, again, Jordan Peele jumped on to be one of the producers just because he felt that the movie was really great.
Okay.
So, I mean, when you guys watch it, or Hunter, when you watch it, if you want to talk about it next episode, I'll at least give you my two things I wish they would have changed. But again, that's my personal opinion. I wish they was.
yeah. Mad respect for Jordan Peele as a director, by the way. Basically, everything that man touches is gold.
Oh, I can't
What
wait for
a
the game he's
fucking
doing with
resume.
Hideo Kojima. Did you hear about
Oh
that?
yeah, I did see the picture that they took.
Yeah, so they're doing a game together. I guess he's story and directing, and then and Hideo's directing as well, and his studio's the one that's making it. It looks like it's going to be a survival horror game.
Yeah, sounds about right for him.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to see that because I think since we never got Silent Hills, which was supposed to be Guillermo del Toro and Hideo Kojima's Silent Hill game, I'm very interested to see where an actual survival horror game will go.
Wasn't there like some mystery trailer that just like dropped recently for for that?
Ada for Nintendo just dropped it.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like one of the first and few M-rated Nintendo Switch games. That they
Yeah.
have.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch has a lot of M-rated games. This is a Nintendo-produced M-rated game. That's the thing that people are like, kind of like, what the fuck is this?
When was the last time they did that?
GameCube, I think. Yeah. Eternal Darkness on the GameCube, I think was the last
Yeah.
one I could think of. That was a
Yeah,
Nintendo-produced
that's been
game.
a hot minute.
yeah, it's been a couple years, so I'm interested to see where that's gonna be.
What else you got,
Yeah.
Rico?
The next thing is I saw Hellboy, the Blood Queen.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah, how was it? It looked kind of shit, but not at the same time.
I thought you watched it, Nico.
Wait, no, I watched the 2019 one with Brendan Harbour, not the brand new one.
David Harbour.
No, oh, that's
Or
the one I
David
was
Harbour.
talking about.
Oh, the one
The
with David Harbour.
Hellboy. Yeah,
the one with the
Hellboy, the
Blood
boy.
Witch.
That's the one I watched.
What'd you think of it? Really?
I gave it an 8 out. I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I think it had potential. Like for example, you had Daniel Day Kim playing the character Ben, like the Jaguar guy. I wish they would have revealed that ahead of time, a little bit earlier, because it's just like you saw him only pop out like once towards the end. It was like, eh.
2 times. He went 2 times.
2 times, but it was really like I wish they would have did that beginning because he had some animosity towards Hellboy. Again, Ian McShane, I thought he was good. He was a vast difference from Del Toro's father, as far as that. He was more rough and tough. Far as David Harbour, I didn't mind his Hellboy. The only problem I had was the way the shots were. Sometimes he looked good in the Hellboy special effects or makeup. Sometimes it looked crappy. I don't know. It just didn't seem right.
That's
Maybe
fair.
I'm a little bit biased towards Ron Perlman, but it's like
Perlman's Hellboy looked fucking phenomenal. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get. My problem with the new Hellboy design was his man bun was a little too long.
Yeah,
And
that
was the only thing that kind of threw me off with it. It was his hair was just too long. But as far
Well,
as
you
like,
design a costume if you think you can do it so damn well.
listen, I will
Not
say this:
even
as far as
that.
the Hellboy,
Yeah.
like I love the Ron Perlman ones. I thought they were really good. The 2019 one was a lot closer to how Hellboy actually is in the comics, though.
So he comes off kind of whiny.
Yeah,
I hated that. I kind of detest it because I get the point. I get the point where he finds out what his true origins is. He finds out that hey, his father is not the loving guy that as far as his background, don't know his past and what his true agenda was when they discovered him. But at one point, it was just a whiny version of the Lion King in a sense,
I can
where
see
Simba's like, who am I? What's my destiny? It's like you're starting to teeter on that whole Anakin Skywalker kind of thing, where you're sounding more of like a maybe harsh, like a man child. And there's nothing against the actor.
bitch.
It goes to the script. It's just like one of those like. It's like I get the whole point, and I really like the fact that everybody and their mom were after Hellboy. But I wish they kind of would explain it a little bit earlier versus it's just more of a surprise, and you got to figure out, okay, who's these people? Who are they people? Far as Mia, I think her name is Mia Jovovich.
I thought, Mila Jovovich.
Mia
Yeah,
Jovovich.
multipass.
Jovovich, whatever the fuck.
There was 18 different ways we were going to pronounce it, so I started nodding my head to get
Yeah.
that's it.
So
Keep going.
So with that, I would say her performance was lackluster.
Really? I thought it was actually pretty good. It
No,
was better
it's-
than when she played Alice in Resident Evil.
You shut your whore
Yeah.
mouth. I loved her in that movie.
Listen, the first one, sure.
was over
Everything after that,
multipass.
though.
No, it was just the way the delivery of the script was you saw her character introduced, you find out what's going on with her as far as what she's trying to do to mankind, and then she's done. Then she comes back. First she's all like, I'm Raph, whatever, and then she sees Hellboy. Oh, like almost like my one true love, whatever. It's like it goes back and forth and stuff. There was something about the witches that
If I were
they
a
didn't
single man,
explain.
I would go back and forth with her too. But that's just saying.
Nah, it just I don't know. It felt her performance fell flat to me almost.
Okay, that's fair.
Like I don't know if you could have put some other actress in there and it could have been better, but I think you needed the different points for is like, okay, you're gonna fall in love with Hellboy or whatever, but as soon as he rebuffs you, you're like, I need you to get like crazy, like beautiful crazy in a sense. If that makes sense. Like it's like, oh, this bitch is crazy, like kind of that thing.
So, okay, in terms of the casting for Hellboy, like, what do y'all think would be some good alternative castings, if not Ron Perlman?
Ooh.
I think
Rod
Brendan.
Butler
I
would
think
be
David
decent.
Harbour was fine. I
Yeah.
actually did like him as Hellboy, and he has a similar build to Ron Perlman, so he kind of fits that role because Hellboy's a big dude.
Yeah.
The guy they got to play him in the new one actually does kind of look the part, but he doesn't look like he's as bulky because there's a new Hellboy coming out this year. I believe it's this year.
Yeah, I think it's coming to Netflix. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
Netflix.
But it's
Yeah,
by
what do you
the
think,
it's
Hunter?
actually by the creator of Hellboy, so it's going to be like the closest we're going to get.
Hunter, what do you think? Alternative casting.
I gave a suggestion and I already forgot what it was.
Oh no.
Then I started looking up to see if the other Hellboy was actually coming out this year or next year.
You know who has who actually does kind of have the face who could do it? John Cena probably could.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I could see John
Heath
Cena
Ledger was
doing it.
great.
In all
So,
fairness,
yeah.
though, I still want John Cena as Duke Nukem.
Yeah,
We
that'd
need
be
a
so
fucking
hard.
Duke Nukem film with
That'd be
John Cena.
interesting.
Yeah. What about you, Slime? What do you think?
I was actually gonna say maybe Dave Bautista.
Ooh, okay.
I'd be interested to see him because, like, he was a really good Drax,
Yeah.
He was.
but
and
like
if
maybe less jokey.
Yeah, I didn't like his Drax.
Did you watch Knock at the Cabin?
I haven't seen that one.
Okay, so it's M. Night Shyamalan movie. This family is at a cabin, and these group of individuals show up and basically say, you need to pick one of you to be murdered
Oh
in order to save the world. And Dave Bautista is leading the group, like they're possessed, and this is all going on. And it's trying to figure out, like, what's happening. Is this real? Are these just people that are out of their goddamn mind? Like,
What's
Is
the
it,
twist?
is it a children's toy?
yeah. And so he's always talked in interviews and everything about how he really wanted to focus on not being The Rock. He wanted to actually develop his acting skills and be known for more than just his gigantic muscles, because he never really wanted to be a wrestler in the first place. So he got gigantic in order to do that because it made him a ton of money, and he just fell ass backwards into it. So having watched him in that and seen how he's progressed as an actor, I could absolutely see it. He would do a great job.
I agree. I would say that
Was not a good Drax.
If
He
like
was the best part of the new Blade Runner.
yeah,
I haven't
definitely.
seen the new one.
You're
Yeah,
not missing much,
you
except for
are.
Dave Bautista being awesome.
You're missing 6 hours of awesomeness. Go
I
ahead.
love that movie.
I'll
Yeah,
have to check it out.
yeah, it's good.
You do get
plus,
to see Anna de Armas's boobies.
that's a win.
That's a win any day.
So, on that note, the next movie I saw was Warcraft, which was like the second time I saw it.
Oh, I didn't know Anna de Armas was in that.
Yeah. Just for that, I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Nice.
And that's
Who
only
did she play
because
that?
I don't know the Warcraft lore, but I thought it was actually good. There were some points, some places where they could have improved. Like who was that dude who played Medivh? Ben Foster. He's been in a bunch of movies, but there's this part where they're talking to him and he's like, "Yeah, because I'm the Guardian. I can help." It's just the way he said it, like there was no need to mention that. Everybody knows you're the Guardian. Like all they want you to do is do your damn job and help them out, whatever. But I don't think it made a lot of money though, because the sequel didn't have it. But yeah, that was another movie that I saw that was actually, I thought was actually good. Travis Fimmel, he played one of the lead actors. I think he was in Vikings. I don't know who was watching Vikings, the show over here.
I caught like an episode.
He was one of the main
Hunter,
Vikings.
you look like somebody who watches that show.
You seen his face. He's one of the main characters in Vikings. That dude is awesome as an actor. Like for some reason, playing those roles of just from Vikings or anything with dealing with swords or medieval, like he's perfect. He could play a bad guy. He could play a good guy. So hopefully, you do more.
I have a hot take on Hellboy casting actually.
Okay.
So imagine that we have a story where Hellboy, there's a young Hellboy, right?
Sure.
And so we're gonna need, I guess, a smaller build guy with,
Don't say Tom Holland.
He's
a
gonna say
almost
Tom Holland.
featureless face. I'm not gonna say Tom Holland.
Okay, I was gonna be like,
Next, you're gonna say Zidane or Zidania or whatever her name is gonna play the Doctor.
No, I was gonna say.
Zendaya? How dare
I was gonna say. What was his name? Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch as Hellboy.
Yes, as a young Hellboy.
Nah.
Listen,
Nah,
if you
uh,
maybe
take
as
that hot
Abe.
take, you can bundle that in a little tiny box and throw that bitch in the ocean.
I think it would be fucking spectacular if he played a young Hellboy.
Maybe as Hellboy's caretaker, but I can't see him as like Hellboy.
I
Nah.
get if the voice, sure,
Yeah.
not in the makeup.
His relatively featureless face would be a blank slate for anything that they add. I mean,
I don't disagree with you. It'd be interesting, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to make more seasons of Sherlock. So I'd rather you go do that instead.
yeah.
You
I
fair.
don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry.
So, moving along with that one, going with the hot take. Game wise, as you can tell, I'm kind of rearranging Section 6. So, I dabbled a little bit in Destiny 2. Act 2 actually came out.
Mhm.
So far, it's been good. I've been messing with the new prismatic builds. So, I love blowing stuff up and then shooting people. Fortnite, still going at it as the Troll King. Me and my son, we actually won another victory royale. The other day, the other day I sucked. Like I think we ranked number 12. That's because my butt wasn't paying attention. Because I don't know how to build, and that's the one thing that makes me laugh about the game. Because you can be shooting somebody, and next you know, it's like a whole city gets
There's a
built,
city
and you're
in
like,
front of you.
yeah, and you're like, what the heck just happened? And my son's like, you got to do this. And I'm like, look, I'm a runner shooter. I don't do shooting and build and all this other mess, but.
Just play no build mode. It's meant for millennials.
I do, and I still sometimes get my ass whooped. And I started questioning myself, like, who am I? I've been playing games since a Nintendo. What is this? Actually, no, Atari.
Why are we here? Just to suffer.
The future is now, old man.
Other than that, everything else I had, you guys were on vacation and hiatus, so that you probably already know about the Watchmen
Yeah, I
animated
just saw
series
it
coming
today.
out. All right,
No.
Nobody 2, Creature
They're
Commander.
doing a CG Watchmen, and it looks like they're doing the comic book faithful adaptation. So I think it's gonna be a giant squid.
Is it going to
Two
be made by
parts.
the same folks who did X-Men '97?
It does kind of have that X-Men '97 look to it.
Mm-hmm.
I hate CG
I
cartoons,
know,
man.
but I think that's
It's so hard to wanna get behind
X-Men
it.
'97 was so good.
I know, and that's the only exception to it of what I appreciate.
I don't think you're
And
gonna
I
like
had
the
to
Watchmen,
grow
though,
into
because
it.
looked the animation looked a little jittery. It wasn't super smooth.
What about the reboot?
Fuck off with the reboot.
Speaking of reboots,
Oh,
Oh no. What did they reboot?
well, not reboots, but I mean,
Everything.
I don't know if you guys covered this when I was out, when I was having
Sure.
issues with my laptop, but as far as games, Doom, The Dark Edge is coming to PS5. Can't wait
Okay,
for
yeah.
that.
I remember that.
that one looks
If
pretty
you're
good.
a fan of Jack and Daxter, again, June 18th on PS5, a bunch of those PS2 games actually came to the PlayStation subscription.
Yeah,
can't wait
and
for-
they're only available
yeah.
in the subscription.
Fuck
only
off.
10 to 20 bucks. 10 to 20 bucks.
Oh, are they actually selling them? Because you still can't fucking buy Resident Evil.
Yeah, they're selling them.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck PlayStation. I'm so done with them.
Haha, she's laughing at you. Halo Trilogy again is being remade for the PS5, so that's all Halo 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No,
Oh yeah,
gonna be a
wait,
lot of
isn't it
fun.
coming to the Switch too? Halo 1.
it may be coming to Switch, but I focus on the PS5 because PS5 rules. So
It's going to the Switch. They better not try to update anything, or it's not going to run.
Well, no, Combat Evolved's going to the Switch. I don't know if they're doing 2 and 3.
Oh, okay.
But in all
Yeah.
fairness, they could probably pull those off. 2, because you could only see 5 feet in front of you before everything around you got blurry. And 3, because there's a proven track record that Xbox 360 games play on the Switch.
and the PC Master Race.
And
hey,
PC
Phil Spencer got to make some money up.
Exactly.
Were you guys tracking the Thing remastered?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Please
and
tell me
Night
Kurt
Dives
Russell
is
makes
actually
a,
going to fix some of the bugs that make the AI work properly.
Oh, it's a game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
no,
so
the PS2
it follows.
game.
Yeah, it follows. Yeah, it's a third-person survival horror shooter game that continues the story of the movie.
It's the sequel
you'll
to the
be playing
movie, so
as
it
a SF.
happens like right after the ending, probably like an hour to 2 hours after the ending.
So you
that
get to control
sounds cool.
yourself, and it says 4 NPCs,
Yep.
but only saw medic, soldier, and engineer.
I'm a huge fan of the thing. Actually, Infection at Outpost 31 was one of the games that I was going to take down with me to Antarctica when I was on that that job for
Nice.
the South Pole Station. That was that was a whole thing.
The game is actually really good. It suffers from some bugs, but it looks like Night Dive is fixing that. So I just wait for the new version because it's going to be the best.
They did a
one.
great job with System Shock.
Yep.
And what they're currently working on with System Shock 2. So I fully expect that they're gonna make bank doing things right.
Oh, and not to mention, they're also Night Dive's also remastering Killing Floor as well.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I have the Killing Floor that they released on Steam a couple years ago. It plays like ass, but it's functional.
Yeah.
It's just DOSBox sucks. But no, they're fully remastering it. I think it'll be in 4K. They're cleaning up some of the images so it doesn't look as shit, and they're giving it proper widescreen.
And are they adding new kills?
Maybe.
If they don't, they'd be losing money. From me.
So did any of you guys watch the Nintendo Direct showcase? I know it came out a couple of weeks ago.
No.
It was
That showcase had me almost pressing the button on a Switch.
Dude, the moment they said Marvel vs. Capcom collection, I squealed.
Yeah.
I know.
Dude, Marvel
I've
2
been
is
waiting
finally
for
coming
them.
out of jail.
Yeah.
It's been paroled.
I mean, it's coming. It's going to be coming on the PS5 too. If you want
So
a PS5.
PS5, Switch, and Steam.
No Xbox.
No
Suckers.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are your-
that is getting
Blame
double dipped.
Phil.
That's the other one I pre-ordered was that. So I'm gonna have it physical on the
pre-ordered
Switch.
or pre-purchased?
Pre-ordered. I put $5 in it. I'm gonna double dip and buy it on the PC as well.
Yeah, because it comes out this year. The games I highlighted that I was interested in was the Mario and Luigi Brothership, because that was an RPG.
Yeah,
That comes out in November. Nintendo World Championships. I mean, if I would have got
actually
that,
looks
it would
really
be more
fun.
of be nostalgia. Lego Horizon Adventures. I think now that's the main thing. That's more for kids, but I think that was a good idea to do
kids and
Legos.
Glenn very much likes his Legos.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it like kids. I was like, hey, yo, the wrong platform.
No,
For
he's
kids.
not Dr. Disrespect.
Oh,
God.
oh my god. Dr. Disrespect did something to you because you're coming after my man. Dang. Nintendo Switch
man.
Sports. Was interested. Metal Slug Attack Reloaded. Anybody plays that? I have that on
yeah.
the PlayStation.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
I don't really like tower defense games, but slap a metal slug veneer over it and I'm down.
What's it
Yeah.
called?
Metal Slug Attack Reloaded, and it's coming right after Direct. I don't know what the hell that means.
It's already out. It came out that day.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on the Zelda game that's finally featuring Zelda
as the main character?
Yeah.
I think it looks really fun.
Yeah, I like the copy and paste thing. It means I can go around and just copy stuff and see what works. I mean, again, I welcome any change they have as long as the story goes great. Again, you guys gonna get tired of me saying that. As long as you change the recipe, but it has a better taste than what it was, then hey, I'm for it. It's when you change the recipe and that shit tastes like you took all the flavor out. It's like, okay, what was the whole idea for this one?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm waiting for that one. Luigi's Mansion 2. What about that? You guys mess with that?
I played it originally on the GameCube and I thought it was fun. But it's not really my cup of tea. But it was a fun game.
Where is Waluigi's game? Where's my boy Waluigi at?
It's on the Game Boy Advance and that's where it'll stay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, Waluigi? Never.
Oh, that was Mario. Yeah.
The world isn't ready for a Waluigi game.
But we're
We
ready
never
for
got him in
Donkey Kong
Smash. He's not
Returns.
important enough.
Yeah.
That
We're ready for Donkey Kong Returns.
I'm not. I mean, Donkey Kong Returns is a fun game, but I didn't need it in 3D.
I don't like you no more.
I was a Yoshi.
What
guy,
about
I'm sorry.
Metroid? Did you guys check out the Metroid Zero
Dude,
Mission?
Metroid looks
Yes.
fire.
Are they releasing? Do they already have the collection of the first Metroid Prime stuff on there?
Only
Switch,
Metroid
that's-
Prime 1.
Well, no, Zero Mission is also on the
Well,
Game Boy
the Game Boy
Advance.
games, but he's talking about the Prime games. As far as Prime
Yeah.
games goes, it's only number 1 on the Switch right now.
Now, one that took me out was Perfect Dark. I remember it before.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah,
then when they
so
showed
doing
the trailer, I was
M-rated,
like, wow.
N64 games.
Okay. Are they remastering it and everything too, or just straight porting
No,
it?
it was they. You know how if you have the $60 Nintendo yearly pass, you get the access to like N64 games. It's for that. It's M-rated N64 games. So I think it has currently it has Turok 1 and 2 as well as
Two.
Perfect Dark
Yeah.
and some. I thought there was another one, but I can't remember. But it's only like a small amount of games.
GoldenEye
Right now.
probably.
No, GoldenEye's in the regular one. That one's been out for a couple months now. I think since last November, actually.
Because
That's why
it's
I like,
okay
again-
for kids to kill communists.
No, that's why again with some of the games that came out, especially with Turok, when I see the trailer, I was like, man, you really want me to get this Switch? Like I was like, wow.
Okay, so here's the thing: Turok's been all 3 Turok games were remastered and released on the Switch, and they all play absolutely beautifully.
I'll have to get them.
Dude, if you're a fan of Turok, they run great on the Switch. Better on PC, obviously, but they run really, really well.
I just want to play number 2, but I would want to play number 2 real bad.
So number 2 is
That's a-
great. Don't sleep on number 3. I think all of them are on sale on Steam right now. I think you can pick up the
I
whole
don't think
series
I
for
ever
like
played
35,
3.
$40.
Yeah, I don't think I ever played 3. I played 1 and 2 for sure, and 2
3 is
was
really
much
good,
better.
and it was stuck on the N64 forever. Like this is the first time it's ever been on anything other than the 64.
I gotta step out really quick. Be right back.
All right, no worries, man.
To conclude, I guess the Nintendo showcase will be Super Mario Party Jamboree. Had my attention. The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Them bringing that one, I was like, okay, that has my attention. Stray actually caught my attention too,
Stray's on the
Replay it.
PS5. I heard that one's really good.
and that's coming up to the winter of 2024 for the Switch. And then of course your Gundam Breaker number 4 comes out in August, or the end of August.
Yup. Refresh my memory. Did they release the trailer for Legend of Heroes Trials Through Daybreak 2 in that direct?
Hold on, I think it's the Legend of Heroes, and I swear I want to say yes because it's on my list of games that came out.
Yeah. When we get to my week, I want to talk about that game, Trials Through Daybreak.
Okay, I'll leave that to you on that one. What about I think the next one was Xbox.
Yeah, I didn't catch any of the like quote unquote E3 things this summer because they all kind of sucked.
You guys suck. I forgot to mention
Nintendo was good, but I heard Microsoft's
Yeah.
blue, Sony's blue, and then the PC game show was just garbage.
Yeah, the one thing I'll add for the Switch was the Metro Prime 4. That's the latest game coming out called Beyond. That should be coming out in 2025. But to your point for PlayStation Showcase, there wasn't nothing that drew my attention. I mean, they had Alien Rogue Incursion that's coming out.
That's the isometric one, right? It's like
believe so.
Diablo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that one. Dynasty Warriors Origins is coming to PlayStation. Of course, God of War Ragnarok is coming to PC. So if you want it on PC, it's coming to y'all. Marvel Rivals, Until Dawn is coming out on PC, PS5 and PC. On that one, Silent
Talk
Hill.
to me, Sony, when Bloodborne gets ported to PC.
Listen, you and I are both going to be skeletons by the time that game comes out on PC. The emulator's getting there though. They got it. They got it opening to the main menu.
Damn.
So Bloodborne will be playable in 3 years.
Yeah.
Better than nothing.
But until that time, you have Silent Hill 2 remake is coming out for the PS.
yeah.
I'm kind of excited,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Ooh.
They did my boy Sutherland wrong.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. He looks too young.
I love
and
all
too
you
vicious.
guys' gas
looks
and
goofy.
reactions, but Hunter makes me laugh because Hunter just has this like his smirk on his face, like just it's like he wants to say something, but it's like, nah, I'll hold it.
Again, why? Didn't we already remaster it twice at this point?
No. So
Is
it
this
was
number 3?
it was re-released. It was like a quote unquote remaster. But what they did was to fuck over the original voice actors. They just redid the entire cast, and they fucked up the engine because I remember I think it was like Silent Hill 3 the fog didn't work properly, and number 2 was like a juddery mess.
Yeah, and then they tried remastering it one other time as well, I
Nope.
believe.
Nope, that
No?
was it.
They just released that.
Yeah.
Either way,
Oh,
this
they
still
changed
number
the
3.
music. That was the other thing too. I think they dropped Akio Otsuka's soundtrack. Which that's the thing. If the remake has like Akio Otsuka's soundtrack, or at least like a newer rendition of it, I'd be fine. Because the music in Silent Hill 2 was fucking amazing. Number
far
3
as
as well.
PS, yeah. So far as PS, Monster Hunter Wilds, that would look cool. Astrobot looked kind of cool, I guess, for your kids, unless you want to play that.
Is there going to be integration for the Monster Hunter phone game with the PlayStation release?
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
There actually was I think an article, or at least, or Young Ye, he did a video on how mobile games, they're supposed to be losing steam, like they're losing numbers of people playing on them. So I think the fad of having those games on there is starting to slow down some. Maybe because now everybody's like, COVID's over, so we're going back to consoles and PC and stuff like that.
You can actually buy a PlayStation 5 at a store.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because now they're available, I can't bring myself to buy one.
I honestly only bought one because my PS4 stopped reading discs.
Oh.
I'm still running strong with my PS3. What?
Hey, my PS3 is still functional. It's right over there.
My wife is watching a movie on my PS3 right now.
PS3 is a unit, man.
Boy.
Hell yeah.
Like I feel like it's resoldering itself every time that the fan gets clogged, and it sounds like a jet engine. And and then basically it doesn't have any fatigue of the motherboard because of the fact that it's constantly refreshing itself. Factory fresh.
All right, what else you got, Rico?
Quickly on the Xbox showcase, nothing that crossed my mind to make me buy an Xbox, but I guess since you guys have PC, Doom: The Dark Age, Gears of War E-Day looks cool.
PC Master Race.
State of Decay 3 looked kind of cool.
Okay.
Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred,
Eh.
which is on the PS. This might interest you guys. Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
The last Dragon Age sucked ass, so I'd have to see. I need to see some gameplay first.
Inquisition was fun. What are you talking about?
Was that the last one?
Yeah, it's been like 10 years.
Oh my god,
Was
it
that the
has.
last one? I thought there was like
Wow.
Dragon Age 2.
Yeah, I thought 2 came out after Inquisition. That was the shitty one. That was like you press a button and something cool or something awesome happens, because they were talking about the A button is the awesome button or some stupid shit.
Do backflip.
I guess
Massive
that is-
damage.
Never knew that they released more than I always thought Inquisition was the last one. And I loved it. So I was so confused.
I recall Inquisition being a good one, but it, like you said, it's been 10 years.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Inquisition was the last one. That was in
Okay.
2014.
Wow.
I think 2 was the one with the A. for
Yeah, that was
awesome
number
button.
2.
Mhm.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that there was one after that. Jesus Christ.
What is this?
What
a
about-
fucking Stanley Parable? And
Hey,
then
I love Stanley Parable.
And then
Well-
Stanley pushed buttons, and he felt so satisfied with how awesome he was.
Fun fact: Stanley Parable was released on the Switch like 6 months ago.
Oh,
Did they at least
Well-
add any new endings?
I think they did actually. Yeah, they also
Yeah.
updated the PC version to add more to it as
Mhm.
well. I'm just
Nice.
waiting for to get the achievement where you don't play the game for 5 years. I think I'm
I
almost
got that 3 months ago.
there.
What about Fable? They're bringing Fable. The newest Fable is coming out on Xbox, possibly stream.
I'd have to
I want
see, because
that.
Fable, like the last good Fable was the first one.
yeah. Well, I
No,
like some
Horizon.
parts of 2 and 3, but the first one was definitely the best one. Yeah.
Let's see, moving on. Them the other games that again I wouldn't buy Xbox. Maybe if I got a better computer for a stream. Assassin's Creed Shadows, Expedition 33, Starfield, Shattered Space, Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn look cool. Make a Break. You guys are gonna get Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. So if you want that on the
I'm
Xbox or
probably
stream, I
gonna
think
end
you
up getting that. But I want to see how
Soundtrack is fire.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, no, the soundtrack in general for Snake Eater's good.
Always.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
Always
originally,
good
but
to
I'm
know
wondering
it's
if they're
solid.
how much they're changing it.
Snake Eater. I fucking loved it, man. I get a chub every single fucking time. In fact,
Well, I
actually,
mean, that ladder's long enough for you to get one.
You're right. You get at least 2 sessions down climbing up that bitch.
So now here's the question: was there any news about anything from Star Citizen that on any of those games regarding its recent fundraising that it did back in November, raising
Another
3.5
one?
million? Yeah, well, this is in November.
DJ Khaled, another one.
Oh my
Yeah, right.
god. Dude,
Yeah,
What?
a total of 644 million in crowdfunding so far.
Listen, I'm a fucking idiot, and even I didn't
Oh my
put money
God.
into Star whatever because I knew it
Citizen?
would be garbage. Like it's never coming out. It was fucked from the gate.
So there was a YouTuber recently that did a special. There's a special VIP page for DLC that exists for people spending at least $1,000 on
Oh,
in-game
yeah.
DLC,
Yeah.
and then a third whale page where if you spend 10K, you have the opportunity to to purchase a single purchase $48,000 ship package. What the fuck? Like,
Yeah, Pirate Software was talking about that. I didn't know that was
Yeah,
the actual
that's
game.
true.
We
I thought it was
talked
just
about
something
this
that
on
you
the
bought.
on one of the podcasts because I remember this conversation.
that is like
As
super duper,
astronomically
like
stupid.
Yeah.
academically
Yeah.
challenged, bro. Oh my goodness.
Well, you can't be
To
upset.
buy
You
a
got
gaming
people.
PC with that money.
You could buy an Accord and a gaming PC with that money.
You could buy a fucking Porsche with that, buddy.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that even though I wouldn't be doing that, you have folks that have that disposable income or their parents'
Yeah.
credit card that can do it. I mean, you already
Like
have
those damn
services out
dirty
there.
Twitch streamers.
Yeah,
All their
just like-
disposable income.
Again, it's just like
Just
earlier
kidding.
when you guys were talking about the pre-order and the pre-purchases. Somebody's going to be the one that's going to spend $100 to get that game.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be the one to spend that much money to get a picture of grandma's feet on the beach. I don't know.
Hashtag tap dance Sully.
It is. I mean, it is what it's going to be. I just think that it's just ridiculous on that end. But hey, last thing I got is Ubisoft Forward. They have the new Star Wars Outlaws game coming out.
Is it going to have Ubisoft Connect as a needed install, like where you have to install that to have it?
Yeah, that's.
I'm willing to bet. Yeah, I'm willing to bet it is.
Yeah, that's why I would not get it on
I
PC.
hate that.
But they're gonna come out with Prince of Persia.
Ooh.
Prince of Persia,
Ooh.
The Lost Crown.
I haven't
It
played the
basically
last
gives
Prince of
them a
Persia
free
they
update.
did. Like give me the remake of the 3 PS2 games and that'd be cool.
They
Oh, like
actually
the
Prince of
original?
Persia.
OG, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
Sands
Sands
of
of
Time
Times is
fucking
a remake.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Prince of Persia, the Sands of Time remake is now entering full production after rebooting development last year.
Okay.
That's the only other thing that stood out, other than Assassin's Creed Shadows, because now they have seasons. The seasons will change as you progress in the game.
No, okay.
Whoa, time.
But that's all that's what I was tracking for games coming out. I know there's a bunch more that I'll update next week on that part because I forgot it. I can't even talk right now. I forgot to include the PlayStation free games that you can get right now. That's better than Xbox and Steam.
Well, yeah, and I heard Xbox they're upping the price for
Oh no.
Yeah.
for like the Game Pass and stuff, as well as you have to have the ultimate one, like the ultimate version, to get access to day one exclusives.
Mm-hmm. Told you, man. Phil Spencer went out there buying those studios up,
Yeah.
and now he has to make that money up.
Although
Which
I
made
don't
me
think
laugh
they're gonna be as
because-
bad as Embracer Group. At least I hope not. But hey, we could. Oh, they're the ones who bought up a bunch of companies and then had to like liquidate everything because some deal fell through.
Yeah, but I mean, they did.
This is why we
Xbox
don't have any
did.
more serious Sam games.
Xbox did that for as well. Microsoft did that to a certain extent. They didn't liquidate everything, but the amount of studios they closed down, the amount of
Yeah.
people they laid off after saying, "Hey, we're not going to lay nobody
I'm
off."
still pissed they got rid of Tango Games.
And
It
Apogee.
Hey, it goes to show you performance
They
evaluation.
dropped Apogee, didn't they?
Yep.
Fucking hell, man. I hope that company comes back because Apogee is still one of those companies. It's like everything they touch is gold.
It was my entire
it might
childhood.
be shitty gold, but it's still gold.
Like my entire childhood was Apogee DOS games.
Oh yeah,
that
dude.
I used to write bat files. in order
Biomenace,
to
Duke Nukem, Blake Stone,
Are they even still making modern games?
Monster
Yeah.
Bash,
Monster Bash was a good one.
Secret Agent,
Yep.
Crystal Caves. Like, dude, those are like the PC DOS gaming kings of platforming.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, if nobody has any questions, this concludes my portion of this presentation. I hand it off to, I'm assuming, Nico, since he said he hasn't talked yet.
Ooh, okay. So my week was fine. Didn't really do anything special. I am 100% caught up on The Boys because I haven't watched any. I didn't watch any of the new season or Gen V. So I watched
you
Gen
need to watch
V.
Gen V.
I did.
It's good.
It was better than I expected. I really like the new season so far. I haven't watched the episode that dropped today, but so far I'm liking it.
Wait, there's a season 2 for Gen V?
No. For The Boys.
Oh, okay.
Season 2 of Gen V is on permanent hiatus right now. One of the main characters died in a car accident, or a motorcycle accident, like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
But they said that they were gonna basically write around it, from what I understand, right?
Oh no, I hadn't heard anything. Last I read like a week or two ago was that it was just in permanent hiatus while they figured out what they wanted to do.
No,
they figured it out.
They're right. So, Polarity's son.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the guy that had the metal powers.
Yeah.
The one with the best acting on the show.
Yeah.
he was
that's
a great actor.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, he's now with all the other, dead great actors. But no, they're continuing filming with that, but they're having to basically change the story in order to explain his absence.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, which I think is going to be kind of hard because of the fact that like they woke up and he was in the room with them on the last scene. So
Yep.
I don't know how they're going to do that. If they're
It was
gonna
a
be
changeling.
It's
Yeah.
changeling.
Like,
But
if
yeah,
they're going to be like wake up twice or something like that, maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, so been on The Boys. I got back into a tokusatsu kick, so I've also been watching a bunch of like old Sentai shows.
Which ones?
Currently, I am going through Hikari Sentai Mask Man, and then after that, I'm gonna do
like the retro stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going like Showa era. And I'm probably gonna start Daizemon after that. I think that's what it's called. It's the one that came out. I think it was like the 5th series that came out. I forgot how fucking not a kid's show Super Sentai is.
No.
I watched
Yeah.
I watched Zyu Ranger a couple, like, I want to say when Lee Han was born, and that one kind of shocked me. He's like, man, this is pretty fucking rough. And then Mask Man, I'm just like, holy shit. Also grabbed like I found a site that has a bunch of them like translated. So I started picking up some of the Metal Hero stuff, like B Fighter something. I can't remember what it's called. It's what they use to make Beetleborgs. That one looks actually really fun. And then I also picked up because I was never able to actually find a translated copy of it, but this dude had it. Kamen Rider Amazon. So that one, Amazons.
Okay.
So I'm really excited to watch that one.
Somebody's gonna out Super Sentai Nico?
No. He's going into the retro stuff.
Yeah,
so he's already got me beat.
No, you got to one up on him. So you win.
I will say this: I watched the first season of the remake that was on Amazon Prime. I think it's what Masked Rider Amazons or something like that, because they changed the name a little bit. It's pretty good. It's a little hokey because it's got like the modern. It has the modern like tokusatsu look, so it's kind of like the colors are a little weird. They're almost too bright for how dark the story is. But it's really good if you want to watch dudes in rubber suits beat the shit out of each other to a literal bloody pulp.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, rubber.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's one of the other things I've been on. Game wise, not too much. There is a game I do want to talk about. For anybody who's a fan of shoot 'em up games, there is one that is going to be delisted in August on the Switch, and let me get the name of it because it's a funky name. Starts with an M.
That's a weird name for a game.
Tell me about it. I do not think I'm gonna find it. It is. Oh, here we go. Mushi Himasama is the name of the game. It's a Clover-like bullet hell game. So it's like you're dodging like thousands of bullets on the screen. It is really fun. But it is unfortunately being delisted, at least as far as I know, on the Switch come August 10th. I don't know if they're going to be putting it delisting on any other platforms, but if you have an interest in the game, it's $20 or $7 on Steam. Definitely worth it. It is a really fun shoot 'em up.
You need to drop that in the chat.
I will.
I love me some shmups.
Oh, dude, same here. Sorry, not Clover shmups, Cave shmups. Because you have like your normals like Raiden or like Raiden and stuff, and then you have Cave shmups, which are just you're weaving through bullets. Like it's not so much attacking things; it's just the puzzle game is how do I not explode here. But yeah, so that's fun. The other thing, so Lehan stopped playing Pokemon. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. But we were watching trailers. We were watching the trailers for the Nintendo Direct, and he saw the trailer for Legend of Heroes Trials Through Daybreak 2, and he's like, ooh, that looks really cool. So we look up the first one, and he's like, I want to get that. And it's like, okay. So he wanted to get rid of his Pokemon games, so I said, okay, we'll get it. So we traded in his Pokemon games. We ended up buying it, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Trials of Heroes is pretty fun. Or Legend of Heroes is a pretty fun series. Right off the bat, the most foulest language starts popping out of some of these characters. Like, if you've played the remake of Final Fantasy VII, like the dialogue is essentially Barrett, just all the time. And I was like, wow, they weren't kidding when they said this is a teen-rated game. But yeah, so no, he's been playing.
Leon's a tween now, right?
He's 8, but he hears me swear like a sailor, so he knows what not to say. But, yeah, right. But no, so like he started playing it, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, you'll be fine. So he really likes it, and he said one of the cool things about it is it's an action RPG where you have like the active battles, so you're running around like hacking and slashing. But you can also swap it to turn-based and play it like an actual, like a regular RPG. So you get both, and I think there's benefits to each one. So I thought that was really cool. So I'm gonna start playing it because the way he described it made it sound really fun, and his track record for picking RPGs has been pretty on point. So I'm gonna probably start playing that this weekend.
What's that called again?
It is The Legend of Heroes Trials Through Daybreak. It just came out last Thursday.
Sounds like Slime's got some new content.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it sounds interesting.
It is on PC as well. They have it on Steam. It does play...
Drop it in the chat.
I'll put it in chat. It does play really well on the Switch, though. That's one thing I'm very impressed with. It runs very well, and it looks really good, too. Aside from that is pretty much my week. I did make a new tech purchase for the show. I picked up an Elgato. Hold on, it's an Elgato
Stream
Deck Neo. I really like it. I can see this being very useful throughout the show. And also,
what sort of function does it serve? What does it do?
Yes.
So think of it as like it's just an extra set of buttons, but you can program it. So like like right now, the way I have mine set up is the first button is record and stop record. The second one is pause. Third is stream. The fourth button takes me to the recording folders where I actually house all our files. On the bottom row, we have OBS to make that easier to get into. I have my video editor on there. I have Discord on there and YouTube on there. So I got kind of everything in one spot. So I can just click a button, grab what I need to, and go. And then page 2 is just a bunch of games because Lehan now wants to start recording gameplay and putting it on YouTube. So I was like, okay, let me curate a little list here or just pick something in my Steam library. Just ask first. And then I showed him how to use this so he can turn it on, record, and then I'm going to go through, watch the video, make sure he doesn't fucking dox us or anything or say something too stupid. And then I'm going to post it on I'll probably make a channel and post it for him.
I mean, that's probably safer than streaming then, because I was going to say
I didn't want him to do streaming. I told
Yeah.
him it's like this button is to turn on my streaming. Don't push this button. There's more involved to do it, but just don't touch this one.
As the resident streamer, Slime, what do you think is like, a good age to start streaming, or like where you should say no, don't start streaming if you are below this certain age?
Live streaming, I think actually Twitch and YouTube don't allow people to live stream until they're 18. I don't know that for sure.
I think it's 14 for
14?
It's 14 or 15 for YouTube. I want to say.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
but
and
if
I
you're
think that has to do with Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're doing like regular let's plays, I'd say, like as soon as you're able to like start talking to people on a video.
The biggest thing is you gotta have thick skin, because the moment you start playing Resident Evil 2, somebody's gonna inevitably say, "Why did you waste a bullet on that zombie? You should have saved that for 3 guys down the road."
Fucking noob.
Yeah, exactly.
Slime, as our resident streamer, what's your opinion on Twitch whispers?
What the hell is a Twitch whisper?
It's where you go like this.
Do you really not know?
Hey there.
Is it like the DMs on Twitch?
Yeah, that's the name of the DMs on Twitch. That's what
okay.
Dr. Disrespect got in trouble for, because he was sexting, not sexting, with a minor through Twitch Whisper, and they finally went out and told the public that's what the problem was.
So the funny thing about that. Sorry, you go, man.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I didn't know that they were called whispers. I thought they were just like DMs. I was like, what's a whisper? Is that like a high-end streamer thing that only they have?
No, I think they push it as like the Twitch Whispers platform for a while there, and it clearly never took off. So I think they just abandoned it.
So, it is funny that you look like Dr. Disrespect today, because I used to watch him a lot a couple years back, and then he got banned on Twitch.
Who looks like him?
Hunter.
Slime, obviously.
It's Slime.
Oh yeah, I got the mullet going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like I used to watch him.
There you
Like,
go.
who the fuck is
Slime
this
with
guy?
the mullet.
Yeah, next time you're on the show, you need to add a mullet to your slime. I'm just saying. We gotta complete.
Down
I'll
to
ask
it.
my
the cast.
I'll ask my art person to do that.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
Oh my god.
Just throw it in ChatGPT; it'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I could do that.
But no, I
Dude,
used to watch him because I
shitty.
thought he was kind of funny, because he was just like it was just like this weird dude dressed like he's action hero from the 80s playing video games, just yelling at children. I thought he was kind of funny. Then he got banned from Twitch, and it's like, okay, whatever. And I just kind of forgot about it. And then I saw that in the news that he got in trouble for like sexting minors. Like, oh my fucking god, that makes so much sense.
Well, not sexting, just inappropriate messages.
Well, they
Nothing
say,
has came out yet.
Yeah, but let's be fair. Inappropriate messages to minors. He was saying lewd shit.
Also, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to make it an appropriate conversation with the minor.
This is very true.
When you're in your mid-30s with family and kids and crap, maybe don't.
Yeah.
Well, and the ostrich was apparently sick, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I mean, with the situation, again, we talked about this in past podcast episodes we did, where it's like, again, when I play Fortnite, even if it's by myself and it's just, the all drive mode, the amount of kids that are on there that talk and give away information, it's crazy from, hey, be my friend, to one person giving out their address. And it's like,
Oh,
and me on one end, I mean, as a father, I'm like, that incident, I got on the mic and said, hey, don't do that. And somebody else chimed in. But it's just like with my kid, like when he plays Fortnite, it's like the chat, it's off. You don't get to talk to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the amount, I played during the COD days, so I know the whole amount of stuff that
Yeah.
gets said on Black Ops and stuff like that, or just regular Call of Duty. But for the amount that it gets put out there in Fortnite, yeah, it's crazy, and you don't even know who's on the other end.
Mhm.
So if a random person messages me on PlayStation, I'm not going, hey, you want to be friends, whatever. If they're talking junk, I'm talking junk, and then I leave it to go because I'm like, okay, you're being weird. I don't know who you are and stuff. So he definitely, I think, at that point, he stepped over the line. But again, until the stuff comes out, you don't know what the degree it is on that part. I feel like it's a whole thing. When you say inappropriate, maybe you can do the whole Dane Cook math kind of thing. Like, well, you're 50, she's 20. That's gross. It's still
That's
legal, but
gross.
it's gross. I mean, depending on how you view it, like, it's still legal, but it's gross that you did it. And in the case of him, I'm like, dude, why would you do that? But of course, allegedly, he has a history of doing this stuff. I mean, he came out that he cheated on his wife. So it's like, why even do it? But
Yeah.
I mean, people ignore it, and when it comes to certain celebrities and stuff like that, hey, your favorite is your favorite, and you're gonna believe them.
You know what's funny what you said about the mic? I forgot that you could disable that feature. So like one of the times when Lehan was playing Fortnite, he was talking, and I just overhear something. He's like, "Corn star? What's a corn star?" I was like, "Oh,
oh no."
But he said he heard corn, not porn. So I was like, "Oh, corn star. It's somebody who's really good at cooking corn." And then we just kind of left it at that.
Oh no, it looks like we lost Hunter.
Oh, that's fine. He'll come back. Much like syphilis, you can't get rid of him.
But I mean,
That's
far
what I said on the
as that
second episode.
situation, well, I guess that would be my question to SlimeaDime would be is how. I mean, of course, you're not doing that, but given that some of the content that you have for streaming, kind of somebody can be like, okay, some of the stuff can be said, it can be inappropriate. Is there times where you have to limit certain things being said? Because I know the joke was like Red was the guy who's kind of lewd. I mean, is there a point where you're like, if something
Really
gets said
cut
in
it
the
back?
chat or somebody who joins is like, hey, can we dial it back some? Because we're going to a point where it's like, I don't want to cross a certain line.
Yeah, I rate my streams 18 plus just so I don't have to worry about like saying something inappropriate for people under the age of 18 or whatever. But yeah, there is a limit. Like we joke around about loot stuff and stuff like that, but like slurs and things like that, like that's going too far, stuff like that. And you can tell when like sometimes when people start to get, they don't want to talk about something.
Well, and not to mention the fact that you also have an active moderator on your chat that's able to stop anything as it's flagged, and so I'm assuming that there's some sort of delay for that built in.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned the moderators because Red is one of my moderators.
Who monitors the monitors? That's the people.
That's a good question.
Who monitors?
But
the
no,
monitors?
he's a really good moderator though. Contrary to his humor, he's a really good moderator.
Oh, I mean, I guess it takes a thief to catch a thief, right?
Yeah,
It's one of those things.
Okay, so I am gonna have to play the asshole in this one and say we should probably call it here shortly because we just hit the 2-hour mark and it is almost 1 a.m.
Gotcha.
Oh my goodness, it didn't feel like terribly long at all.
Yeah, I know, right? So everybody knows where we can find our stupid faces. Mr. Slime, where can we find you?
I had my thing up. Twitch.tv/SlimeaDime. All one word.
Okay. Do you have a YouTube channel as well, or do you just do Twitch exclusively?
I don't have a YouTube channel yet. I'm having one set up for like, edited VODs. But it's on my it's linked on my Twitch as well.
Well, congratulations on your first YouTube appearance, then.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me on.
His
Definitely.
first and his last.
I do kind of want to ask one last silly question.
Okay, let's
Who is the dime that you're sliming?
Well, it's been nice talking to you guys.
Nice.
Sorry.
Slime, it has been a pleasure having you on the show. Like we tell every guest, you are more than welcome to come back at any time. You can even just jump in and surprise us. Glenn was originally a side character, and he just happened to weasel his way into the show forever. So feel free to do the same.
They interviewed
for
me
sure.
about storytelling.
Yeah, we brought him on. He's like, "Oh yeah, he's working on a book for White Wolf." Is like, "Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, we should totally get him on the show." And he comes on the show.
Technically, 2 books and a card game.
Yeah, this is all allegedly, much like
Oh no, not allegedly. Believe you me, you shall see my name in lights. You'll see it all. You'll see. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, no, you're more than welcome to come back, man.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. I'll definitely.
We enjoy
do
the
that.
community.
So I
have to-
just left to get a hoodie, and I came back so we could keep potting, and apparently we're done.
Yeah.
So, that's fun.
I have to throw you guys into the VTuber rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, you'll have to come
Oh.
back and give us the deep
Yes,
dish
please.
on that.
And we'll have to do maybe an episode exclusively for just that, as opposed to our normal format.
I'd be down to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. All right. Well, thank you again.
thank
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure.
No problem.
You
Thanks
guys
for having
lime?
me. I appreciate it.
Hey, and also enjoy Despacito. I'll suggest more songs for y'all.
Okay, so wait, before we go, we have to ask Hunter one question because he didn't get to talk. So, oh, Dick Tickler of the wrestling ring, what is your wisdom?
I don't know if I really have any imparting wisdom tonight.
I have.
I do. I would say my wisdom is that you all should go on Spotify and go look up Carl Dutton Productions. He does wonderful audio drama series like Power Rangers, The Trial of Bruce Wayne, Kamen Rider, and they are spanning years, and it's all just a really small Patreon group. All of the voice actors are amateurs that are like have hopes of becoming legitimate voice actors down the road, and they're all fantastic. There are voices that sound very similar and like make you think of the actual characters from the series when you initially watched them, and it's fantastic. But it's all aged up. So like the Power Rangers, I'm not going to spoil anything, but they destroy an entire city and like basically make a state a nuclear fallout zone in
Yeah,
one of
drop
those
that in the
attacks.
chat.
Drop
Yeah, it's-
that in chat.
I've been
Yeah.
listening to them for years, and they're fantastic. And the season 3 just finished for Power Rangers like a week or two ago, and so I'm very excited for season 4.
Okay.
That's my wisdom for y'all. Go listen to those audio drama series.
Yeah,
They're
please drop
great.
that down. I will.
And we
totally
can talk about it
do
next
that.
week. Definitely.
Yeah.
Kick ass. All right. Well, good night, everybody.
Yeah. Good night.
All right, y'all.
Night, drink water.
Good night.